حي على الفلاح.
Because subhanAllah, us Muslim women, we're educated, we're intelligent, we're capable, but we're looked at in just the opposite way for not being career women.
Yes.
Basically, in today's world, we're given so many reasons to believe that we should be career women. They say that Khadija, for instance, radiallahu anha, was a woman who worked. She was a businesswoman. They say that if you're working in a department that is benefiting the world, like gynecology, like being a lady doctor, is that really so bad? They say that if a woman is given exceptional ability, like brilliance in mathematics, for example, is your God trying to cripple you by giving you an ability and yet not letting you use it to benefit the world? I mean, we're put in such a difficult position.
Yes.
So please explain, brother, what are we supposed to do to represent ourselves and our religion in the correct manner?
I can feel that sort of frustration that you have. You know, I want to reply to this, first of all, with an experience I have of someone I met. This is a sister I met who is a doctor in UK, and she came to me asking me to please help her find a husband. She said, I see so many sisters, and this is really a problem in England. I see so many sisters, they have studied and they have got their qualifications and they have achieved all of these things, and they reach an age where they are now desperate to get married, yet no one seems to be ready to marry them. And she said, I don't want to end up like the doctor, the non-Muslim doctor in my department, who is very qualified. She's a highly qualified gynecologist, specialist in her field, well respected, yet, and she said, I don't mean this to be rude to her, but she is a miserable, woman. She has, you can see she's so frustrated. She hasn't really had a chance to live her life as a woman, as a mother. And I can feel that she's frustrated by that. And she's like an empty shell, as qualified as she is. This is the issue. She said, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to end up like her. And so this is something we have to understand, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given woman a nature. And in our beautiful religion, it's about paradigm, sister. It's about how we should behave as Muslims, what we should teach our children, what we should teach our daughters, the environment that we should encourage them. As Muslims, we should be putting out the positive message, how positive and important and honorable it is to be a mother, how positive and honorable and important it is to be a good wife, how positive and important and honorable it is in the sight of Allah. And Muslim society should honor the women who take that role of motherhood, of being wives, of being good daughters, and they should elevate them and honor them. Khadija was not honored by Allah because she was a businesswoman. She was honored by Allah because how she cared and nurtured and helped and supported Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a good wife. This is how she was honored in Islam. This is the reality. However, I have to say, we are not saying women can't do business within the confines of Shari'ah. They can. We are not saying women can't be mathematical geniuses. We're not saying women can't be great authors and writers and anything else they want to be within the confines of the Shari'ah. If that's what you feel compelled to do, if that's how a woman feels she has to express the talents that Allah has given her, and she doesn't find a conflict between that and her desire to be a mother and to be a wife, Alhamdulillah, Islam does not say she can't do those things. Islam does not say she can't, as long as, of course, it's within the confines of the Shari'ah. But that's just not what we are asking women to do. We're not saying, oh, you women, you have to be like this, you have to have a career, you have to be this shining star, you have to be... No. Islam is not saying and pushing you to be like that. If you want to, Alhamdulillah, within the confines of Islam you can. But that's, you should feel honored. You must feel honored, and we, all of us, must honor women and make them feel honored. Subhanallah. I tell my wife, my brothers and sisters, can you imagine our wives staying at home, and they don't have maids like you have maids here, by the way. They don't have families to help you and support you. When I go, my wife is alone with the kids. She has to go shopping. She has to do everything. And I'm away giving talks and lectures. It's very, very hard. You can't imagine. And sometimes that shows. But I say to my wife, you know what? Alhamdulillah, every talk that I give, every lecture that I give, every person that I inspire to follow Islam better, you get rewarded as I get rewarded. You get rewarded as I get rewarded. Yes, and you know what? She gets even more reward. She gets my reward, but she also gets rewarded for bringing up the children and caring for them while I'm away. She's getting even more reward than I'm getting, subhanallah. So, we have to make the women feel honored, and they are honored, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them a lofty station and a great reward, inshallah. May Allah bless our Muslim women. May Allah guide our Muslim women. May Allah guide the Muslim men to honor them and to cherish them and respect them with the honor and the cherishing and the respect and the love that they deserve.
Research reveals traditional housewives experience greater happiness than modern career women. This was in NBER, and this was a study that was done from 1970 to 2005. And if we take this further in My Celebrity fashion, they said that 78% of British women said they don't mind being financially dependent on their partner. And if we couple this further, there are other studies as well. Here you can see one study that says and shows how Western women have been unhappy. They're more unhappy. And here's another study to suggest how much antidepressants have increased. So the question that they get asked is, do women have more rights now than they did back in the days? The answer is yes. So surely they should be more happy. Men and female in Islam, they are not competitive. They're not competing with each other. Rather, they are complementary. They both have strengths, and it's these strengths that they bring together, and that's the beauty. That relationship, because it's strong and it's got the best of both, Allah uses it to induce life into this world. But unfortunately and sadly, feminism has deluded us, and these very women, they are retracting what they've said. For example, second wave feminism's mother, Germaine Greer, she was initially against childbearing, but then after a while even she expressed her regret. And she's not the only one. There are so many women, because look, between 20 and 30 is the peak time, for them to get married and the likes. But after they start increasing, well, studies tell us after 35, the chances of them successfully becoming pregnant is reduced. We know over 30 it becomes more difficult. And there's many reasons psychologically why men prefer younger women, and that's because naturally younger women will have less experience, therefore less trauma. Older women will have more experience, they'll come with more trauma, and again it puts strain on the relationship. In fact, we love celebrities, I hope most of you guys don't, but for those people that do, you got Scarlett Johansson, you got Mila Kunis and Serena Williams. All three of them in this S2J News article, you can see them admitting that child rearing and working you just can't balance the two. It can't be done effectively. And Islamic law came to preserve 5 things. Yeah, life, intellect, religion, family, wealth. But family is one of them. And look, it's not that Islam is against careers, because we need female doctors and the likes. But the thing is, it's not something that is primarily the duty of the women. Yeah, it's all fine and well and good. You don't have kids, you can work. Even if you have kids, you can do stuff from home. But careers that require you to go out, that will give you masculine traits, that will cause a clash at home, may Allah protect us and bless us further.